So Porto 1, Arsenal 0. That 0 doesn't just represent our scoreline or goals or lack of. It also represents the amount of shots we had in target tonight, Jez. Before the game, everyone's been getting hype. Everyone's been running their mouth. Oh, Porto are this, Porto are that. We should slap them. I get it. They don't watch Portuguese football. They have no understanding of football in general. Because if they did, they'd understand that these continental teams spend half their time doing the dark arts, pulling shirts, sitting on their bum, rolling around since the dawn of football. Yeah. Not only that, they're mad technically gifted. We got taught levels tonight in technical ability, Jez. Pace and power in the Premier League is duping people into thinking that that's what football is. Funny how our record against Porto is trash. Yeah. 7 games against Porto, 3 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. And we're extremely lucky that they'd missed an absolute sitter, 2 sitters in the first half. We were awful, man. Absolutely awful. And people are going to blame the ref and this and that. Yeah, the fact and reality is not one of them can hold their head up high. And the difference in levels, their centre-back is the same age as me, same age as our manager. That right winger showed Bukayo Saka some levels tonight. And not only that, if in doubt, kick it out. And we're pouncing around with 30 seconds to go. 1-0. What did you make of that? Arsenal history and more. If I can squeeze it in the title, I will. Make sure you sub to Jez. What's your thoughts on it, mate?
So disappointingly, again, you know, we've had some great football in the recent weeks with Arsenal. But when it comes to a different level in Europe, we just capitulate again. I mean, it was a boring display from Arsenal. So disappointing. I was big up for this game. You know that. We talked about it Monday night, for God's sake. And I just sat here thinking, what crap. If it wasn't Arsenal, I won't lie, I'd have turned that off. It was so boring. We did nothing. I think I counted, and I know I'm not going to say how many nutmegs, but I think I counted how many I counted. But you're going to watch it back and you'll talk about it tomorrow. And I'll talk about it when I do my show tomorrow evening with with Kenny. It was awful. Awful embarrassment. What is wrong with, I just don't understand. What is wrong with Arsenal in Europe? We just can't.
This is the history of us in Europe since forever.
Yeah. In my lifetime, I've seen two bloody trophies, right? One was I was a little 10-year-old kid, right? Another one, the Cup Winners' Cup. And that's it. That's all I've ever seen. I mean, we've got to be one of the biggest clubs in English football and in Europe never to win the Champions League or the UEFA Old Cup European League, if you want to call it that now, the Europa League. It's a disgrace, man. And I think I'm going to make this a point, Lee, right here, right now. It's great, these super channels and these super mutants and everything, gassing it up. Oh, Porto are no better than Burnley. Go stick it up your ass. Right, we got proved tonight that we got absolutely taken apart, not in the scoreline, but in the fact we were bodied. We couldn't get through them. We didn't know. We looked lost. One substitution, Jorginho for Trossard. What hell of a difference is that going to make?
And Trossard, and Jorginho, probably should have started over 29.
That's why I said it.
Because we brought him to control games in Europe and big games. Why ain't he starting then?
Well, when we called it last week, man, you know, but no, okay, he's gone with a winning formula. But unfortunately, when you enter a different level of football, sometimes if you've got a tactical brain, right, you change it. But we're going to have it all now. We're going to have all the haters and they're all going to come out of the woodwork. No, a lot of them are going to disappear because, we can't shout and abuse people now because we lost. Yeah, okay, get effing real and actually look at what you're watching. Because all you little Twitter fans, right, that are out there yesterday evening abusing people like Northside and Dan Potts shows what the levels you are at. You're an embarrassment to this football club. I'm not. Lee's not. Northside's not, Dan Potts isn't, and nor's Kenny Ken, because we know what we're talking about and we expect the best. And what I saw tonight was a rubbish display. And it's an embarrassment to the club. And I feel very angry about it, because at the end of the day, I've been looking forward to this. I've been praising the club, praising the bloody club, right? I've been praising this bloody manager, right, for the last month. And what have I seen? An absolute bloody shit show. Embarrassment.
They always let you down, Jez. As soon as you think, yeah, this is good. And we've been extreme. And this is the thing, right? There'll be a lot of people out there saying we've been waiting for this to happen so we can profit this and that. Shut up, man. Yeah. No. The only people that profit off of Arsenal losing are these dickheads that clip me up and clip you up and clip other people up. Yeah, because they can't and can't get any traction when we win and we're praising the club. Yeah, guess what? You're here every day. Northside, myself, other people, Dan Potts, etc., etc. We're here every day. Win, lose, or draw. We predicted a win. You and I predicted a win. Yeah, Kenny was the only one on the pod that said, "Oh, I think it'll be a draw, 1-1." Yeah, Matty predicted 2-0, I think, or 2-1. You predicted 2-0 or 2-1. I predicted 2-0. I had somebody come in my comments earlier saying, "Oh, you got carried away. You mugged this team off." When did I do that then? Because all I've ever said about Porto, Portuguese teams, technically gifted, quick on transition from back to front, know the dark arts, they'll fall on the floor, they'll do the tactical pull of the shirt, which they did multiple times, 3 or 4 times, and they nutmegged our players multiple times. But not only that, yeah, they're very direct. And when they've got that geezer at centre-back who's been around the block for 20-odd years, yeah, he could have had a cigar on, Jez. The goalkeeper, he was asked in a press conference, Arsenal are the third favourites for the competition. What do you think of them? He said they've got weaknesses. They have to come to our ground and show us that they're the third favourite or one of the favourites. Our fans are in meltdown. Guess what? Yeah, his gloves didn't have any dirt on them because he never made a save. Are they all going to go and apologise? Instead, they're blaming a ref.
Yeah,
because this is what we do, Jez. That was very reminiscent of that Newcastle away game where we lost 1-0 this season.
Yeah,
blame the ref. Blame the ref. We had no shots, Jez, in both games. Yeah. Now we've got a hope and pray that the manager who lost to Leon as Man City manager when Pep's mother died, I think, yeah, he was in charge for that game, right? Only game Man City have lost at home in 7 years in the Champions League, by the way, right? He lost that game. He drew 0-0 to Villarreal, which meant we got knocked out at home. He lost to Olympiacos, got knocked out at home, lost to Sporting Lisbon at home. Now we've got to hope and pray that this manager, whilst we have Chelsea and Man City as well in that run, yeah, can actually put together a team that can beat this team. Yeah. Not good enough, mate. I'm sorry. Not good enough. They found a way to absolutely destroy our captain tonight. He was disgusting tonight, by the way. Yeah.
Terrible.
He was awful. Trossard, awful. Martinelli, awful. Can't trap a ball. Saka. Every time Martinelli got the ball, yeah, they just went, cool, we're just going to run 2 men over to him and phase him out because they know he's got skill and tech. I'm not saying Saka hasn't, but with Saka, they know he ain't going down the outside. So like, yeah, cool, come inside, then we just head it away. They're doing Cruyff turns on the edge of the box, Jez, against our captain.
Not making our players. How embarrassing is that? You know, I mean, I'm sorry, Rice tonight was shockingly poor. That goal led from a poor pass from Martinelli to Saka. Rice was standing off his man. Bing, bang, bosh. Raya, I will put a partial of the blame on him. He was too far off his line. If he'd been on it, like within a yard of his line, he would have possibly. I mean, it's a great goal. I'm not taking anything away from the player, Galeno. It was a great, great goal. Yeah. But it was a total cock up from Arsenal. We'd switched off. There was minute, something like
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
30 seconds to go.
Switched
off. Lights out. Come on, boys. Let's get on the plane. Let's get home. You know, gone. Bang.
But that's the difference between a team that have got experience with a centre back who's my age, who's played in, and they qualify for Europe every year. They had Pepe in that second half at some point. They were mad, like panicky in the box, and he just went bang and just hoofed it straight to our goalkeeper or to our centre back or whatever. Get it out. With 30 seconds to go, Jez. 35 seconds to go. Just hoof it up the pitch. Get out of there. We've been crap. We've got a 0-0 draw. We're taking back to the Emirates. We fancy it. Instead, we ponce around, goal.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, now we're under pressure, right? Because at the end of the day, Arteta's now got to come out with a different plan, Lee. Because he's got to now construct a different game plan to be in a very experienced European team. And I see these Muppets that come out with this, oh, these European leagues, they're farmers. Are they really? Are they really? When we get schooled today, as we did, by Porto, who have got a great pedigree, 2 European Cup championships they've won.
2 Europa Leagues as well.
Yeah. Oh, what have Arsenal won then? Oh, a Cup Winners' Cup and the Fairs Cup in 1969-70. Oh,
we got bigger fish to fry, Jez.
Big one. Well done. Well done. Yeah, fantastic. And now we are going to struggle. And yet the other night, Lee, right, and this is what winds me up. Yeah, I won't mention the name of this clown, but you know him very, very well. His Thingy Bob Twitter thing ends with 14, right? Yeah, you know I'm talking about. GK 14, right? Coming out. Oh well, you know, he said on Dan Potts, right? Oh, well, we're out of the FA Cup. Doesn't really matter, but we can move on to this. Are you having a fucking laugh? Excuse my French. Are you having a laugh? The FA Cup.
But this is the thing. There's no accountability, Jez. Oh, it don't matter. Bigger fish to fry. League Cup's beneath us. Oh, we're out that. We're bigger fish to fry. We can move on to that. Then when we don't win that, oh, we can concentrate on that. Yeah, I think a lot of people have forgotten Liverpool won 4-0 tonight, 4-1 tonight. We're 5 points behind them. Man City played before we played Newcastle. Yeah. And if we don't beat this team in 2 weeks' time, yeah, and we lose to Newcastle, because the recovery time, by the time we fly back, they're probably in the air now. Yeah, they're probably just do a little bit of light training tomorrow. Now we've got to go again against Newcastle, who, by the way, drew with us 0-0 last season at home. Yeah. Quick on transition. I don't know their injuries and all of that, but Gordon's direct. Isak's a finisher. Yeah, they got Bruno Guimaraes as well, technically good. They got some very good players. Kieran Trippier can score free kicks, whip the balls in. Yeah, that game is now on a knife edge because Man City, if they beat Bournemouth, they're 4 points clear of us. Liverpool are 5. Yeah, all of a sudden, if we get a draw in that game, we're dusted, mate. Now everything's on the Champions League, and we are not going to win the Champions League.
And we got the Spuds coming up behind us. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all the you know, the deluded, you know, we don't know what we're talking about. I mean, I've had it all this week. I've had it all, man. You're too old for football. Get out. You don't know ball, this, that, and the other. Fair enough. I've only been watching this team for like 50 odd years. You know, you know, you say what you like, man. You know, I think I do know what I'm watching, and what I'm watching this game tonight was absolute dog crap. It's shocking. Embarrassment.
Make sure you sub to Jez's channel, Arsenal History and More. I'm going to do Matty's fan cam. Check out Kenny's and mine, and then we're going to do player ratings. It's 1 a.m. It's midnight in England. We're out of here. Laters.